company managing the N3 toll route linking South Africa's inland provinces to the port of Durban in KwaZulu-Natal is keenly aware of the interdependence between man and the environment in which we live and thrive. Wattled cranes are the rarest crane on the African continent and listed as critically endangered in South Africa. The KZN Crane Foundation forms part of the Wattled Crane Recovery Program, which is a partnership of 5 world-recognized conservation NGOs working to prevent the extinction of the wattled crane in South Africa through ecosystem preservation, environmental education, research, captive breeding, and the release of cranes to supplement the dwindling population.
The N3TC have been really founder sponsors here, and that's what keeps the place going. We're endeavouring to try and make the place pay for itself, but as you've seen or will see, that we can't let everybody just go along and play with the chicks. It's a very delicate operation. It's a litmus paper for the state of our water and our health. And if we don't look after our water and our wetlands, and it's the reeds and things that actually clean the place, we're going to run into a lot of trouble. So it's like a thermometer which says you're ill or not. It's exactly what it is. The more birds we have, the healthier it is, a plus for us.
We have a certain category in our program which really is a focused effort to leave a legacy. So we see these as long-term investment projects where we can really make a difference, whether it's in education, early childhood development, or environment.
Human caretakers, dressed in wattle crane costumes, are now rearing the first 3 wattled crane chicks born in captivity. The human chick mothers mimic the behavior of adult cranes in order to teach the chicks how to forage and survive in the wild.
There's about 70 wattle crane nests in KZN, and 20% of those nests lay 2 eggs instead of just 1. And that's the safety net. They can't actually rear 2 chicks. It's kind of intensive to rear 2 chicks. So we remove the second egg and they bring that egg and we hatch it here and rear it here.
Construction of the wattled crane chick rearing facility commenced in 2012 at the Bill Barnes Oraby and Nature Reserve in Nottingham Road and was completed in 2014.
So the point of rearing these chicks this year is to train staff. We can't train staff on release birds because it probably won't go well. So the whole point of this exercise was to train staff to use the facility, to see where faults come in, to see where we need to put fence lines up, to try and work out distance of rearing chicks to areas that have people in, or farms, homesteads, that sort of thing, and to try and determine how close in proximity they can be reared out there when we're walking them. It's important to decide that now. And also within the grazing land, because we have, although this is a national reserve, we have grazing rights on the reserve, and how we're going to manage the movement of cows and our walking fields, if you like, on the nature reserve, because they're not a huge fan of cows. Obviously, it's something they will see, but cows can be dangerous, and we don't want to be walking them with them.
The next step in the program was the relocation of 3 7-month-old wattle cranes from the chick rearing facility in KZN to Zaagkuildrift in northern Gauteng, which is an area dominated by grassland and wetland and renowned for its extraordinary bird life. Chick mother Forget Shamoyarira and Lara Jordan, manager of the wattle crane release program, made the long, hot, non-stop journey from KZN to the Zaagkuildrift Bird Sanctuary.
So this year has been successful in that it was the first rearing at the crane rearing facility at the foundation, KZN Crane Foundation. And that was necessary to find all the problems that we're going to need to address before we can start rearing for release. So some of those things would be, for example, distance to human activity. And so some of those things will have to change. We learned a lot about the habituation stages of the chicks, which means how easily they will come close to houses and people and that sort of thing, and they sort of seem to do that quite readily later on. So when we're rearing for release, we'll have to do an awful lot of extra work just ensuring that distance is kept from the chicks. So these are vital lessons that we needed to learn this year. And then we habituated these chicks specifically for captivity, and that's so they can spend the rest of their life comfortably in an environment they're comfortable in.
In order to ensure a stress-free acclimatization, their new human mother crane was well schooled in ensuring he makes the right comforting purring noises.
When we are calling it. Loosen your voice, loosen your neck. Open your neck.
And with his hand puppet crane head, did a great job of showing the young cranes how to feed for themselves. Remarkably, the Zaagkuildrift Bird Sanctuary, which is home to a wide variety of cranes, ground hornbills, Malibu storks, and other large bird species, is a privately owned facility entirely funded by the owner.
The concern is that there is not a lot of South Africans that really are involved in the protection of these birds. That's why you will find that what I've seen in my lifetime, more than 80% of people that's in the conserving of these endangered species are foreigners. I think we need to work hard on that as well. And the only thing we can do that is bringing kids in and train them from a younger age. And that's what we also try and intend to do.
It was a sad but fulfilling occasion for Forget and Lara to say goodbye to their 3 wattle crane progeny, which hopefully will grow to be healthy breeding adults and make a significant contribution to the ongoing success of this very special project.
I feel very happy to be in company of these babies. It's like I'm the mother and they are the babies. So I'm there to comfort them, to give them everything they need. So transporting them here, I'm feeling sad. But it's their new home here. So they'll cope up.
The Crane Foundation's vision is to use cranes as a vehicle for increasing environmental awareness, based on the species' absolute dependence on freshwater wetlands and grasslands.